Dennis Rodman once said, "I think marriage and athletes is a bad combination." And he wasn't wrong. It's hard to date and have a relationship as a professional athlete, though plenty have had very successful marriages. But it's even more difficult when your partner is potentially even more famous than you. The number of famous athlete-celebrity relationships is enormous, but in the NBA there have been some very interesting pairings to say the least. Today we delve into the hottest gossip of the most infamous and best celebrity NBA player relationships that have ever existed. Right before she got her gig hosting America's Next Top Model, Tyra Banks began a relationship with all-star Chris Webber. The pair lasted 2 years, with Webber calling the relationship very serious in an interview with the New York Times, and said along with a championship ring, he wanted to start a family with Banks. But as Rodman might have predicted with his quote, Webber's infidelity was a cause of the split, as Banks tearfully made public on an episode of her talk show after the breakup. Another famous relationship that hit the rocks was Carrie Hilson and Serge Ibaka, who were together for 4 years from 2012 to 2016. Details of the breakup were never made truly public, but Hilson said after the fact that she was grateful for her relationship with Ibaka and for the lessons she learned from it.
I'm not a big fan of talking about my relationships in settings when it's about music or movies and things like that, but I learned so much. I'm grateful. I thank him.
She also said that she actually broke one of her own dating rules to start the relationship with Ibaka. "It wasn't enthralling for me to date an athlete. It was on my list of not to-dos. No rappers, no actors, and no ball players. I broke my rule because I thought I found someone different. It wasn't an attraction to the status and money."
And I just didn't want to hear the bull. I don't want to argue with you. I'm not about it. So that's how I did it.
The previous two breakups pale in comparison to what happened at the end of the 3-year relationship between Iggy Azalea and Nick Swaggy P. Young. The public breakup between these two stole the headlines in almost every tabloid across the country as the details began to spill out between what happened with the pair. The two were engaged in June 2015, a little more than 18 months after they began dating, but the first major bombshell was dropped in March 2016. D'Angelo Russell secretly taped a conversation with Young in which Young is talking about sleeping with other women that aren't Azalea, and the recording was leaked to a gossip website. The tape sent shockwaves through the Lakers locker room, and it might have been the cause of the eventual breakup a few months later. Although Azalea played it cool during an appearance on Ellen shortly after the tape was released, the relationship ended a year after their engagement.
There's all this controversy and...
Of course there is, there always is.
But
we're good.
You're good.
There isn't at home, just on the internet.
What's that?
So that's okay, just on the internet, not at home.
But at home you're good.
Yeah, I'm
good.
At first, Azalea was cordial in an Instagram post confirming the split, writing, "Unfortunately, although I love Nick and have tried to rebuild my trust in him, it's become apparent in the last few weeks I am unable to. I genuinely wish Nick the best. It's never easy to part ways with the person you planned your entire future with, but futures can be rewritten, and as of today, mine is a blank page." It was at the end of the month when things started to really heat up in the drama department. In a tweet storm a few weeks after the Instagram post, Azalea dropped the charade of privacy. She tweeted, "I broke up with Nick because I found out he had brought other women into our home while I was away and caught them on the security footage." In that same tweet thread, Azalea said she did not know that Young's high school sweetheart and mother of his child was pregnant again, and called the news like a second shot to the chest. She added in the tweet, "I feel like I don't even know who the hell it is I've been loving all this time. People in this world really are effed up."
Nothing wrong with me. I think it's a personal choice, and anybody, man or woman, they should be able to make an informed decision, and if you want to change something, then that's up to you.
There is good news for Young, though, who ended up proposing to his ex-girlfriend Kiona Green, with whom he now has 3 children. We've now reached the Kardashian branch of this video, so please be advised that we are about to talk about the most famous family in the world. Yes, I had to dedicate a whole section of this video to the Kardashians because, well, they have a lot of intersections with the NBA world. In all, I counted 7 different relationships between an NBA player and a member of the family, and those are just the ones we know about.
As an athlete, I want to thank you for your bravery. And as a human, I want to thank you for the doors you've opened. And on behalf of the entire NBA and half of the rappers on the Billboard charts, I want to thank you for giving your daughters their daddy issues.
Kendall Jenner seems to have found her type of boyfriend, an NBA player. The model has been connected with many different NBA players over the past few years, but she has only been willing to confirm 2 of them, as we see in this tweet. One of the players Jenner has denied ever dating is Jordan Clarkson, despite many tabloid rumors to the contrary. If the two did date, it wasn't for very long in 2016, and they were still very friendly after the fact as Jenner appeared at Clarkson's birthday party in 2017. This came a year after D'Angelo Russell and Jenner were spotted getting cozy, but representatives for both said at the time that they were just friends. The 2 confirmed relationships were with Blake married Griffin and Ben Simmons, and both instantly saw their public profile raised by their relationship with Jenner. There are conflicting reports about how serious the relationship was between Griffin and Jenner, but the two were definitely dating in 2017 before fizzling out in 2018 after Griffin was traded to Detroit. Jenner was seen supporting Griffin when he was playing for the Clippers, and the two double dated with Chandler Parsons and Haley Baldwin in August 2017. However, the distance proved to be too much for the pair. Jenner bounced back quickly with Simmons in May 2018, and the two had an on and off again relationship through 2019. The two were last seen together in early 2020, but it seems like Jenner has moved on to a new NBA beau, Devin Booker. The Phoenix Suns star is actually tied into this web before, having dated Kylie Jenner's former best friend Jordan Woods. There's a lot more drama there that I won't delve into because it has nothing to do with Booker or the NBA, but Jenner and Booker were seen vacationing together in August. Moving away from the younger Jenners to the older trio of siblings, Khloe Kardashian might be even more famous for her relationships with NBA players than Kim. Khloe married Lamar Odom a month after meeting him at a party, and the two were married for 4 tumultuous years. The divorce was never finalized, however, before Odom fell unconscious at a Nevada brothel. Odom denies the incident had anything to do with his drug habit, which was a cause of strife in the marriage. Odom said Khloe knew about his drug habit and didn't accept it, rather tolerated it after catching him doing cocaine in 2011. Odom also admitted to cheating on Kardashian during their marriage, blaming the celebrity status he obtained from their relationship. He told People magazine in 2017, "When I became Khloe Kardashian's man and on TV, it made me look more enticing. People who didn't even know basketball would approach me because they knew Lammy."
Is she still the love of your life?
Yeah.
Do you ever feel like there might be a chance?
I don't know. You probably would have to ask her. You know what I'm saying? I wake up hoping that, but
Never say never, right?
yeah.
Then there's Khloe's relationship with Tristan Thompson, which may be even more drama-filled than her marriage to Odom. The two have been on the front page of many tabloids since beginning their relationship in 2016. They had a child together in 2018, and in the days leading up to the birth, rumors began circulating about Thompson's infidelity. By the end of the year, the relationship looked to be over, and in February 2019, the couple officially split after rumors that Thompson had cheated with Woods. The two seem to be on friendly terms as they co-parent their child, and the two were trying to reconcile their relationship as of the end of 2020. At the very least, the basketball players we've mentioned and are still coming up on this list were famous enough for being good at basketball. The same could not be said for Kris Humphries, who will forever be remembered as Kim Kardashian's husband of 72 days. Despite having a 13-year career in the league, Humphries was never a superstar or even a key role player on any of the teams he played on in the NBA. Instead, he'll be known as the man who married Kim Kardashian on television in 2011 and was dumped less than 3 months later. The two met in 2010 and were engaged in mid-2011, just 3 short months before their wedding, which was broadcast on E! In October of that year in a 2-part special. Less than a month after it was televised, Kardashian filed for divorce, and it was a sticky and complicated legal battle before the divorce was finalized in 2013.
Certain things happen in life, and you got to move forward. So I'm excited to be where I'm at right now with the NBA season coming up, and I'm ready to go. So
Humphries played 4 more seasons after the divorce was finalized and retired from the NBA in 2017. There have been several other high-profile NBA couples who have made their trek down the aisle, and we'll start with the sad news. Tony Parker was already champion point guard for the San Antonio Spurs when he met Ava Longoria, who had just started her run on the ABC drama Desperate Housewives. The two began dating in 2004 and 2 years later were engaged. The two married in Texas in 2007, but the joyful bliss lasted just 3 years before the two filed for divorce. At the heart of the divorce was a cheating scandal involving an NBA player and the wife of one of his teammates. Parker had cheated on Longoria with Aaron Barry, who was in the midst of a divorce with Spurs guard Brent Barry at the time. It's unclear if the pair ever slept together, and they both denied the affair took place, but multiple outlets reported and confirmed that text messages between the two were a main cause of concern for Longoria. One source in a 2010 New York Post article said, "There's no physical relationship between Tony and Aaron. There was texting that went on for a while and probably crossed the line. Ava found out by looking at his phone." Parker spoke about his divorce on French television in 2015, saying, "It's not easy to leave a relationship because when I get involved in something, I want to do well." But he admitted it was difficult to live in the spotlight that came with his relationship to Longoria. The exposure I could not control. This is the world we live in today. Everything is on the internet and social network sites. I never paid attention to what people said. Hollywood is another world on another level. On a much happier note, there are 2 famous NBA player relationships that are still going strong today. Caroline Wozniacki has been in the public eye as a professional tennis player, and she went through the ringer with her relationship and breakup with pro golfer Rory McIlroy. But she dipped her toe back into the athlete pool in search of love when she started dating David Lee. At the time, Lee was a member of the Spurs, and the two met through a mutual friend at a dinner party in 2015. The two didn't start dating then, but stayed in contact. They confirmed their relationship in February 2017 and were engaged that November. In a December 2018 article, Vogue deemed them sport's most romantic couple, and the two married in June 2019 in Tuscany. The two have faded from the spotlight since the wedding, as Wozniacki retired from tennis after the 2020 Australian Open, and Lee has been retired from the NBA since 2017. However, the two of them look to be very happy with each other based on social media posts on both of their Instagram profiles. Then there's the real superstar relationship of them all between Dwyane Wade and Gabrielle Union. The two continue to personify #couples goals with their social media and general presence in the world, overcoming every obstacle with grace and poise. The two penned a heartwarming column in Time magazine about dealing with Wade's daughter, Zaya, announcing she was transgender, that drew plenty of praise from the LGBTQ+ community.
Once Zion came home and said, hey, you call me Zaya and I'm ready to take on this, I looked at it and said, you are a leader. You are a leader, and it's our opportunity to allow you to be a voice.
The two were even added to Time magazine's list of the 100 most influential people of 2020. Union and Wade met at a Super Bowl party in 2007 and dated until 2013 when they took a brief pause.
We met real quickly, and she was like, hey, if you guys, meaning my crew, if you guys want to come hang with us, we'll be back here in our section. And we went back there, and we just had like a regular conversation in the middle of a party. Nothing spectacular, but just like, and I was shy, I was a little shy, but it was a cool, just normal conversation to have. That was the first time we like officially met.
Reflecting on that time, Union said that her career made it tough for the two of them to spend the necessary quality time with each other, but that she quickly reassessed her priorities once she finished the second of 2 back-to-back movie shoots. In that span, Wade was expecting a child with another woman, and he said that conversation with Union was among the toughest things he had to do in his life. But the two rekindled their romance in late 2013 and were married in 2014 in Miami. They share Wade's 2 kids from his first marriage, and they welcomed a daughter in 2018 via surrogacy. Since then, the two have captivated the public with their expressions of love and became a model example of what a relationship should look like publicly. They are the perfect celebrity couple with which to end our list for the day. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.